Hi gorgeouses, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today's video I thought I would do a review on the current foundation that I have been wearing, and I've been wearing this foundation for several weeks now, so I think I have formed a pretty good opinion on this foundation. And the foundation that I'm going to be reviewing is going to be on the Neutrogena Shine Control Makeup. I believe this is one of their newest foundations that they released in this line. And if you're wondering, my shade is in Nude. There it is right there for you. And it blends in very well into my skin color. So I usually have pretty good luck at the drugstore with finding my foundation color. It seems to be always nude, and even in other brands, nude somehow always works for me. So this is pretty great on my color match. My face though, if I actually took off my foundation, you would see that my face is a lot whiter than my actual rest of my body. The rest of my body is tan, and then my face is just stark white almost. And it seems to be with the case with a lot of girls, and especially on YouTube, they always like say it. So it's nothing concerned. I think it's because I wear so much more SPF on my face than I do on the rest of my body. And I should really take care of the rest of my body. So this Neutrogena foundation does have SPF as well. It's SPF 20, so that's really good, especially in summertime, because you know what, it's gonna be a lot of sun and you don't want premature wrinkles, so you definitely want to have an SPF in your foundation. However, always remember that SPF does reflect light, so when it does have a flash, you do seem a little bit lighter. I haven't seen anything super bad though in my photos. I don't think I've been really having a lot of flash though, so it doesn't really show up as much. But just FYI, SPF, if you're doing actual photos, like photo shoot, you definitely don't want SPF. Now this claims to have an 8-hour shine control that won't over dry skin. So I do believe that it doesn't over dry skin at all. I do have a little bit combination skin more so. In the winter months, I definitely have drier skin, and in the summer, I just have more of a combination oily skin. So I thought this would be great to try out just because it says it is shine control, and I do work in a restaurant, so it does get very hot in there. However, I had to blot my skin before this video. I just got done with my shift at work, and when I came back, I was just oily all over. This I wouldn't say it is super shine controlling really. I know I do work in a very hot restaurant, so that is very hard to have shine control when you're working in that conditions. However, I don't believe it has that high of a claim of it being shine control. Honestly, I think the Revlon Color Stay, if you get it for the oily skin, that one controls shine a lot more than this one does. However, it doesn't over dry skin, so I do love that aspect of it. It still looks very good. This is after, let's see, 8 hours. It's actually been 8 hours since I applied my makeup. And I do have acne skin. You can see this is definitely my problem side over here. This side isn't as bad, but you definitely, it still covers pretty well. I would say this is it says it's lightweight, breathable formula with a natural look. I do believe it has more of a medium look to it. I think you can build it up to maybe a full coverage foundation, but I always just put one layer. This is just with one layer. I only do one layer. I don't like to put 2 layers or any more, just because I want my foundation. I'm afraid of it creasing so much, especially my smile line, just because I have such a big smile. I know I do. So it creases around these areas a lot. So I always just do one layer, and one layer is really well, and with 8 hours, my makeup still looks pretty decent. I just blotted my skin to take away all that shine before I went on camera though, and I think it does have a very natural look to it still. It doesn't look like I am wearing a ton of makeup on my face, so I do like that about it. So I would say if you don't have too oily of skin, to try this out. However, if that is a major thing with you, that you have oily skin and just slides around, this wouldn't be the foundation for you. And what I don't like about this foundation so much, it's so weird. It's pretty thick, but once you have it on your skin, it glides very well. But in the bottle, when I first got it, and I saw that it didn't run out, that was pretty crazy to me. I've never had a foundation that was as thick as this. Everything else from liquid foundations usually are very runny, but this one you kind of have to tap it and hope that you don't get too much of it on to the back of your wrist or anything, because it's happened a couple times where I've just accidentally just, you know, kept on going and then boom, like a huge pile of foundation comes on your skin. So I wish they had a pump with this kind of foundation, especially with, I guess, how thick it is. But once it glides onto your skin, it glides very smooth and more of a medium coverage, so it doesn't give such a heavy full coverage look to you, because you can definitely still see my problem skin after, this is again after 8 hours here, so kind of shows through a little bit after that. So however, I do like this foundation. It just isn't so shine control at all in my opinion. I would definitely try this out again, but I'm kind of a foundation nomad and I just like to try everything in the drugstore, especially. I just wonderful. And so this is great to try it. I would definitely say give this a shot if you don't have too oily of skin, and even if you have drier skin, I would say this is kind of a moisturizing foundation for you. And even if you have acne like I do, it still covers very well for you. So I hope this review helps you out about anything that you have. If you have any more questions or any comments, concerns, you can list it below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.